NerdRap Podcast. And I have a guest on here. You feel what I'm saying? I don't really consider him a guest. I consider he is my family, so I'm not gonna say like family.
All
But
right, I'm gonna say.
yeah, it's motherfucker Lrw3, man. You know, talk to me nice. You know, the
Yeah,
pressure cooker, the rap
hey
sheet.
man, some of everything right now, Mister Talk to Me Nice, man. You already know the vibes, dog.
That's a fact, boy. That's a fact. Appreciate you, man. Trying to get you on here. You know, salute to you. Just swinging by on these virtual streets. You feel me?
Man, you already know for you and the OG podcast, man, I clear the schedule, dog. It's
Listen,
always.
nigga,
It's always.
I'm OG in timeline only. You went leaps and bounds above anything that I was doing podcast wise, bro. I
Hey,
gotta give
nah,
you
see,
flowers on that.
nah, I give you your flowers, man. Like I said, because I learned what I learned from you. So, like, those steps you had to take, I mean, let's be real, I didn't have to take them because you already took them. So you kind of put me in a position to literally start exactly where you were already. So that same time it took you to build, I just got to literally come right in. I knew how to do that already. So it was always going to elevate quicker because I didn't have to put the groundwork in as much as you did. So that's why I make sure to give you credit for that, man.
Oh nah, we both do the same ways, man. I like, give each other our flowers while we here, bro. And
That's a fact.
but before anything else, before the podcast, man, I want to touch on from just how Lrw3 was birthed because I didn't know when you started rapping. That's the few things I don't know exactly. When did you officially start rapping? And what made you say I fuck with rap like that?
That's a good question, man. I guess it's two different answers. When did I just start randomly trying to put words together? Probably about fourth grade. When did I record my first song? Probably about sixth grade. I still remember, man. I got my first little, the little $10 mic from Walmart, man. Hooked it up to the laptop.
Yeah,
Just
the
took
skinny shit.
that was back in the day when we ain't had no actual mixing studio or things like that, man. You cut the beat on, then you hit the record on a little computer, and then the beat was just playing like in the background. You just started freestyling, man.
You keep
Like,
taking the right take so it sound good enough.
oh, hey, man. You try to push it close enough or far enough away from the speaker, it don't really like mess up the sound, but that's the best you could do, man. And you thought it was fire back then too, man. He couldn't tell you nothing, man.
You
But
could let me tell y'all for y'all who don't know about this nigga when he started rapping, yo. He was on MySpace rapping. He ain't no newbie to this joint. What
yeah, he's
made you make
MySpace.
when you got on MySpace, man? Did you immediately start getting like the following you got? Cause niggas don't be understanding. This nigga had fans since I first started rapping. I did one song with this nigga. He had fans already. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro.
Man, I've always one thing, even when I was younger, I always knew how to leverage things. Like on MySpace, people don't even remember because like I had a little comedy show. Like it's ironic. This ain't my first time on video. Me and my homeboy Keenan, man, we had a little skit type show. Even though it wasn't filmed, we was literally just impromptu filming ourselves. And it was going crazy on MySpace, man. It was getting a lot of views. So I was like, yo, I kind of like rapping a little bit. Let me see if I can get some of these people watching our little videos to go go listen to my music. And I leveraged that, man. I started putting little like small clips of the videos, and then people like literally, MySpace was a lot easier back then to get views. So they would click on the video, watch the video, laugh a little bit, and like, let me get this guy a try, man. And they started like liking the music. So I was like, yo, I just always figured how to leverage what they watching you for. Can you get them to watch you doing something else? Because as long as you can keep their attention, you can keep doing other things. So even, what was that, middle school maybe? When I
Right.
was on MySpace, I was always trying to figure out, even then, I didn't call it leveraging because I didn't know what it was. I was just like, yo, how do I keep their attention? But that's all you basically do, man. You leverage one thing into another thing, and then you leverage that into something else.
That's a
So
fact.
that's basically what it's always been my plan, even up to now. I leverage things into other things. So still been working for me, man.
Yeah, man. If it's
15
working,
years
don't
later.
break. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You feel me?
That's a fact. 15 years later, it's still working for me.
So when was it where you was initially like, hey, I I think this rap thing is official. I'm gonna give people some chronological order. I don't know when. I knew you told me about the comedy thing before, but this is new because I don't remember the comedy thing. I just
Yeah,
remember.
the comedy thing don't get brought up as much once, like, cause especially once MySpace died, that died. So like, And then the music kind of just overwhelmed it. So that's like one of those, if you know, you know, but in the grand scheme of things, that's actually what probably got it popping, but it got lost in translation over the time, man. It died with MySpace as far as that thing we were doing. So
MySpace.
and to be real, had we took it from MySpace to YouTube, we probably could have been leveraged it because it was going crazy on MySpace. I think was YouTube even around then?
Yeah.
If it wasn't as big. So like you didn't automatically just say, oh, let me go throw my videos on YouTube. At least not me. I can't. YouTube probably was already big, but to me personally, in my space, in my world, which is all I can speak to, wasn't that important to me.
It was new.
So,
I think that was the thing. Back then, it was too new for people to trust it like that. See, now YouTube is like, of course, but back then, nigga,
back then it was like, I mean, I guess I could, but it wasn't like the spot. Now It's the spot.
Like, nigga, if you get like some niggas was blowing up just off MySpace. Like shit, Soulja Boy blew up off MySpace.
That's a fact. Like people don't realize, man, MySpace was moving, man.
Hey, but that nigga put me on one song. I don't think I ever got them views again in music-wise in my life. That nigga got me on one goddamn song. I almost felt like a rapper for one moment. I said, oh, man. Shit.
That song, I don't even think that song was even that good if I remember it correctly.
Bro, that shit was ass, bro. Like, I remember that shit right now, bro. Like, I wasn't talking about shit.
We were still in the era of just trying to rhyme a lot of words, man. That was the goal.
Put a lot of words together, string them bitches. So I know your favorite rapper was Joe Budden.
That's a fact, man.
And a lot of people don't give him the credit for being a lyricist. So after your introduction to Joe, did you really go down the halls of listening to a bunch of different artists, or did you just try to stick to like particularly what you liked?
I'm not gonna front. I stuck with my wheelhouse, which is really Joe Budden-esque, like those type of guys, man. Kind of in that, I mean, Slaughterhouse, but I mean, you say Joe Budden, Slaughterhouse, I mean, those type of guys, man, it's kind of where I was at. I mean, I'm not gonna front. I mean, I listen to other people here and there. Sometimes I liked it, not enough to really become a fan. But you know, I you know me, I'm always willing to listen to the music. Now, whether or not I'm gonna continuously listen to it is a different subject. But I'll give anybody 2 songs. One song, all right. If I like it, cool. If I don't like it, let me hear one more. If the second one ain't it, I respectfully, maybe they just say me. But no, I listen to a lot of artists. As far as the name, I can't think of any other true names that really stuck out to me just over time. It was mainly just like Joe Budden was my, as far as a true lyricist, like a personal favorite of mine. I'm gonna have to stick with probably just Joe. Anything else would be ungenuine if I just started just naming lyricists just to name them, because I got a question about lyricists.
Because niggas throw up their top 5 on the list of one of them.
Yeah, and niggas just start saying everybody they know is a consensus lyricist and be like, yo, I've been listening to him since I was like, 12. No, I wasn't, man.
You ain't listen to that nigga. Yo,
yeah, I might have heard him.
Lloyd Banks a beast. You don't listen to him.
Yeah, you just know you're a beast. That's what everybody else saying. So I'm not even gonna do that, because to me that'd be disrespectful to the craft of the true lyricist. Knowing I don't listen to you, so let me not even pretend I do.
Right.
Just to sound like, oh, he's super deep into the bars. Like, nah.
So that's actually funny you said Joe Budden, because a few of the people in his wheelhouse, Consequence, Ransom, these guys are also respected lyricists. So I do understand, like, in that wheelhouse of Joe Budden was always in that wheelhouse of the more talented lyricists, like the Mickey Facts and stuff like that. So I do want to ask though, because you do have that stake in your area as the lyricist, which I think I've always said was fire to me, first and foremost. Let me just say that as family. That was always dope to me. That you were able to establish that as like the one lyrical guy in your area. So
yeah, that's an honor.
Is that a goal that you always wanted, or is that just you doing you and that's just the pocket you in the building for yourself?
No, man, I've always just tried to do me and my style. Respect everybody who's doing it out here, man. But like their style isn't my style, so I mean, I say I'm the most lyricist, but there's not really a lot of people trying to be lyrical. And hold on one second, because my baby don't want to stop talking. What, baby? What? Your phone, baby, is right here. Oh my God, man! Don't for the people. All right, you get one in a second. Be quiet, man.
We both got kids, bro. These people understand.
It's how it be though. But like, as far as lyrically, there's a lot of talented guys out here, man. doing what they do, but what they do isn't what I do, and what I do isn't what they do. So as far as like bar for bar, I always, me, I never just flat out say, oh yeah, I'm the best out here with the lyrics, because it's all preference. Like now, if there was gonna be if we're talking a consensus, it's very few. I mean, because you never know who's hiding around here. But as
Yeah.
far as the people, so it might be one guy out here really going that we just don't know of. So I don't want to just flat out say, "Oh, you the best ever out here," because that's not, that may be, may not be true. You start running around saying that, next thing you know, he pop out of nowhere and embarrass you. But I feel like I'm the one around here who really put the focus on the lyrics. Would be a fair thing to say. Doesn't mean I'm the most talented. Doesn't mean that there's not people out here who can rap. I don't think that everybody kind of focused in on it the way I have. So as far as what I currently know, man, I guess I would agree with the most lyrical. And I think that's a pretty good, from what people tell me. I'm not really speaking on my own opinion, but from what I've been told, man, if you need the bars in the area, man, it's who you come to see. So
You
I guess that's
garnered your
the most
respect in
smartest
your
way to say
area,
it.
G. Like that's
Yeah.
I think not to cut you off at all. I just think we always talked about that, the value of building your own lane.
Yeah,
And
that's a fact.
and you got a lot of artists who in your area may look to you to see your success and be like, man, how do I emulate that? But what do you really tell them in terms of, do you just tell them to be themselves, be consistent? Because I know you got the rap sheet that kind of helps artists, but I know before that rap sheet, niggas was in your inbox asking for advice anyway.
Yeah, man. My thing, I try to give specific advice when I can, but a lot of the stuff, man. I mean, the advice you can give people, it do sound cliche, but it's true, bro. Just be you. Like as long as you being you, then if it's supposed to work out, it's gonna work out. And if it ain't supposed to be, it ain't supposed to be. But just because I tell you to do A, B, and C because it worked for him, don't mean if you follow that exact same format, it's gonna work for you. So I mean, I love to be able to just give a picture perfect format of, hey, if you do this, man, you're gonna be at the BET Awards next year. But hey, you probably not. So all you can do, if you never go the way it go, at least not let it. If it's not gonna work out the way you want to, at least let it fail doing what you want to do. Because the worst thing you could do is just try and copy somebody else and fail, and then think, yeah, what if I would have just done it the way I wanted to do it? I wonder what would have happened. So that's the only way. All you can do, man, is tell people to be themselves, and hopefully it work out.
One issue I noticed with some artists is I feel in rap, finding their identity as an artist is the hardest part for them. Because the easiest part is deciding to rap. I think the hardest part is deciding how I'm going to step out and carry myself as a rapper. So was that an issue for you, finding out, all right, I found out I like bars, I know what I want to do, but what's my MO as an MC? Like, what do people come to me for?
I personally never had that issue, but at the same time, I was never trying to, like, to me, and like I said, I can only speak from my opinion. So if somebody disagrees, that's completely fine. To me, the most rappers who have issues trying to find what they want to be are the ones not probably being true to themselves. Because if you're being true to you and what you like to do, then you don't get to sit there and decide, oh, I'm gonna do this because that's what everybody likes. It's like, yo, no, I'm gonna do this because this is what I do, and hopefully everybody will like it. So if you come to yourself as a rapper not being able to figure out your style or things like that, that might be because you're not probably being true to what you want to do. You're just trying to figure out what everybody likes. So I mean, like I said, that may not be true for every situation, but if I had to speak generally, of course, people who have an issue struggling with their, I guess, artistic vision of who they want to be as an artist probably aren't too sure as who they are as a person. Because you still, if you're comfortable with who you are as a person, that's going to translate to your music. Because you're not going to be trying to then jump and be things that you're not, or do things that you don't usually do.
That's valid. That's valid. Do you feel in this day and age, due to the shift in music, that as far as, all right, when we discuss what calling somebody lyrical, do you have a specific definition for that? Like, what do you categorize as someone being lyrical or just a good rapper?
Oh, that's a good question. Because the old definition of lyrical was the lyrical miracle, man. He could put a lot of words together. But nowadays, I think lyrical to me is thought provoking. Like, I don't need 1,000 words that rhyme. What's your message? Can you get your message through with your words? And especially a super lyrical person to me is the ones who can use their words and not just lead you to the point. Like, those are the ones get the triple entendres in, things like that. They're saying 3 different messages at one time to you. To me, that's what a lyricist is, man. I'm telling a bunch of different stories. It can make you think a bunch of different ways, and it's never just what it sounds like on the surface. But a good rapper, I mean, a good rapper is just what it sounds like. You're a good rapper. You put words together well. It sounds good on the beat, man. You're accomplishing what you set out on the track to do, even if it's not super lyrical. So to me, that's the difference. And it's I would say the simple answer would be the message. Do you have a message that you're getting through your music, and how is that going? So
that's an interesting take. I understand that one. That's the first time I've heard it broken down like that for somebody. So I do respect that. So I personally wouldn't consider it that actually, but I actually do like that standpoint between a rapper and a lyricist, because it would be different. A rapper knows how to just resonate with it. A rapper resonates, a lyrical wows. Like
that's a fact.
Like the
I like that too, though.
Yeah, like the lyrical person. It's like I've always described the lyricist as like a magician. Like, if I told you where I was going exactly, it ruins the trick.
That's a fact. And that's like I was saying with the lyricist, like, I want you to have a deep meaning, but I don't want it to be surface level where I see exactly what you're about to do. A lyricist is the one who has a bunch of different messages, who can, like, you have to actually sit there and analyze the music to, like, damn, is this what he meant? I don't know, because he could mean this or he could mean that. That's a good lyricist, man. You can interpret that how you want. A good rapper is not really much to interpret, but it sounds good to me. So,
like, to me, yeah. I feel like Jadakiss, top 5 rapper. Not in terms of his music, not in terms of his overall impact. Literally, as a rapper who gets on beat and raps, I would consider him top 5, because from top to bottom, I enjoy hearing him rap.
That's a fact. I like Jadakiss too, though, man. Jadakiss is like, you could ride to Jadakiss, man. I got a couple of Jadakiss songs I really used to like back in the day, man. But I ain't gonna lie, it's been a minute since I really rocked this some Jadakiss. But nah,
Jadakiss is a nigga who, respectfully, I probably will only fuck with freestyles.
That's a fact. I was gonna say, like, Jadakiss, when Jadakiss is on, he is on. I like that though, for real.
Yeah, that'd be my definition between him, a Jadakiss, and like a Mos Def. Mos Def would be what I consider someone who's legitimately a lyricist, because there's a lot of poetic entendres and allegorical words. Like, the technique is played with. So that's interesting take on that. So
that's a fact.
When you first started rapping and stuff, I actually want to know, man. You took a long hiatus, my nigga. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about that. You took a long ass hiatus, promising a mixtape forever. I remember you tagged me on the first cover. So we gotta talk about this long ass hiatus, man. What made you go on this hiatus, man?
Man, I always said, man, if the love is always there, but if the motivation ain't there, man, it's just not there. Especially like, like, I really stopped rapping after I had a couple of, I'm not gonna lie, man, maybe I was too young for what I got too early and I didn't appreciate it. So, maybe it just comes with growth, man. Because I remember before I stopped, I was getting a bunch of, everybody thought, man, you the man. I was getting a couple of labels starting to hit me, man. And this is the first time I was really being contacted like that, man. People, hey, I want to sign you. I want to do this and that with you. And man, I'm not gonna lie, you were young. Everybody telling you how great you are, man. It went to your head. So then when I turned down one deal, and I was just like, another one's gonna come, and then that other one never came. And then you really start putting in perspective, like, damn, am I doing this for no reason now? Like, all those things start to weigh on you, not to mention what, real life coming through.
Real life.
Hey, man, the motivation starts to wane a little bit on you. So I always said I'd never cheat the game. So when the motivation went down, yeah, I could put words together well, probably better than most, just because, it's my ability, but I know it wasn't my best. So I was like, well, when I reach my best again, we back outside. And yeah, it was a couple of times I was promising a mixtape, because every now and then, even when you're not doing it, You hear that beat, you catch that itch. You put one song together and you think you back. But then I'd be like, oh y'all, mixtape on the way, mixtape on the way. Then 2 days later or so, writer's block is back in, motivation is back on. I done wasted these people time, man. Ain't nothing coming. And that probably went on for at least 10 years.
That nigga put out a freestyle, the mixtape coming. Yeah, I got another freestyle for y'all.
What? Hush, little girl.
I'm not mad at it though. One thing I've always respected is an artist's integrity. So at the end of the day, what do you value more, the notice or the product? And if you're trying to create good music, I mean, you want the product to be its best.
Be quiet, little girl. That's a fact.
A lot of rappers get that confused sometimes, where it's like, yo, man, you got to stay on them and be consistent. That you can do that when you already have the audience to do that. When you're trying to step out as a nigga trying to make your foothold known, you just want it to be your best step.
And that's a fact. That's what people don't realize, because I say it a lot to local artists, and they don't realize I legit practice what I preach with it. Like when I tell people, yo, being seen ain't as good as making an impact. Like I'm speaking, but I set out 10 years when I could have just been seen. But I didn't do that. So when I tell people that, like, hey, man, that's what you coming with respectfully, maybe you should just wait till you all the way there. They'll take it as offensive when I'm saying, bro, this is what I legit did. It's not like I'm telling you to do stuff I didn't do. Like, and I understood back then. The same way I tell them, you got to understand who you are, bro. You're not Kanye. You're not Drake. A lot of these people, man, when you get in front of them, you got one chance to impress them, bro. And if you don't, that's it. I understood that then. Yeah, I could put out something that'll be cool. But being honest with myself, I don't know if cool really gets me to the next step. So until I'm guaranteed something better than cool, keep doing what you're doing. Because whenever you do it, you got one chance to do it. And that always stuck with me. So over them 10 years, I'm like, yo, I could come back right now and put out something all right. But I ain't gonna get you where you want to go. So keep doing what you're doing. But that's the thing, a lot of local people don't want to really accept is you got to have the right mindset. They want to look at themselves like those stars, which one day they may be, but understand that's not you right now. So you got to move like you right now.
You know, I think people's issue is when it comes to, like, I told you this the second that when you did the podcast thing, you was gonna become like a platform in the area. But what you gotta understand is that you're also the comparison in the area. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And not for anything you did in terms of being braggadocious, because me and you know your entity that's not how you are. But at the same time, for the other artists looking at it, they don't see the 10 years. They don't see the, like, I know how much you really trying to get back in your bad music while, but just ain't happening. I know you was focusing on your life and trying to actually, you know, get your life in order, and then saying I can rap at my leisure, as niggas should. I actually advise both battle rappers do that, and just rappers in general. Get your life in order, and then come back to rap. I promise you, it's a lot funner.
That's a fact. Like anytime I hop in the studios because I want to, man. I'm not out here trying to chase any career from rap. I'm not out here trying to do stuff, and it helps you make better decisions because you can't force me to do anything. Because if I say no, this ain't gonna happen for you. I don't need it to happen for me. So does it matter? Like, that's the thing people don't realize, man. You got to earn your leverage. If you have no leverage, then you have to do things you don't want to do. But if you earn your leverage, whether inside or outside of the music, then, hey, it's going to be a lot easier. When they come to you, they got to come correct. So that's how it works for me.
Have something that you always going to have and no one can take from you. A trade, a business, something. Because that's the main reason why I feel like I like the way you executed everything. And going into the podcast thing, what a lot of people don't know is before you supported mine for years, bro. Like, we could talk about that. You were the first interview I did on a podcast, man. And so what made you decide to just jump into the realm of doing podcasts specifically, man?
Man, like you already said, man. Like you already said, for the longest, man, I've been watching yours. I've been supporting yours, and I'm a big Joe Budden podcast fan, right. Man. That kind of goes in line. Always been watching his for a long time, and I just feel like that's the right type of space, man. To sit here and have conversations. I just like to sit and talk to people, man. Check temperatures, check mindsets, and especially around my area, man, it's real hard to get people to have honest conversations because everybody either feels judged or they don't, they don't want to really have those true conversations that I feel like can make everybody better. So I finally decided, hey man, let's do this. We're gonna do it the right way, man. Let's sit down, good energy, positive vibes. We're not out here trying to make nobody look bad. We're not out here trying to make anybody look no type of way. But these conversations need to be had sooner or later, man. And from what I'm seeing, nobody else is really trying to have them. So they say, man, stop looking for the person to be the person after a while. So I was like, man, I know how to run a podcast from watching you, and watching other podcasts. So why not, man? Take the opportunity, which I finally, and I eventually did it.
So,
but of course,
when you did your podcast, man, one thing I do admire was the rotating co-host. I always felt that was actually a kind of ingenious way to include your community into that. What made you kind of just do that at first? Like the co-host would change, you'd always have guests on, and it really gives it a community sense. So what was the push to do that? Or was that always the intent of the podcast?
Yeah, that was always the intent. Like I said, the goal was to bring the community together, man. So the more people you put in a community, the more people willing to open up. After they see a few people who they know and they respect or they appreciate come on here and talk, that makes it more open for them to come talk. And now it actually opens it up a lot easier. Because like I have topics on mine. So, when I first start off, I can't get the people I need to come for this specific topic, like real estate. I couldn't have got a real estate agent at first, when the idea popped off. But now 75 guests in, they see what I'm doing. I can pull probably 5 real estate agents tomorrow if I need to pull up on me and come do their thing, because they see already it's out there. You see what I stand for. You see I'm not going to make you look bad. You see it's going to be good vibes. Like that helps, man. The more people who come sit down with me, the easier it is to get more people to come sit down with me. And it's really like, that's what it's supposed to be. It's for the community. So
I do. And one thing I've always appreciated for any podcast that emphasizes being informative. He has had episodes with real estate agents, episodes with business, financial literacy. One of my favorite episodes was the business episode, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I stole a lot of them gems they was dropping in that motherfucking episode.
Like that's this right now, like behind me, man. We finishing up, man. We got the other one, another business one coming out tomorrow, man. We always trying to give more game. Like I say, I don't do the little controversial or like the viral type of videos that get a lot of views, but maybe not in the good light that we want it to be, man. I'd rather stick with, good amount of views for a local podcast. I won't pretend they're not. Now, are they up there with the type of views I really feel like we should be getting as far as the content we're putting out? No, but it's it's a good start. You got to be realistic to where you're at. But the type of conversations we're having, I do think are
the level of positivity from your podcast and the fact you're getting views on it to the level that you are in itself is especially in under a year. I gotta give you that, G. See, I'm chaos and anarchy. I say things that niggas don't want me to hear. You niggas love your shit, bro.
I think people like the podcast. Eventually, people started rocking with the podcast just off of, and that's the one thing I tell people, man. Dog, support what supports you. I stress that, bro. If you show love to people, they will take every opportunity they can to give it back. So it didn't matter what I decided to do when I first started, because I didn't show love to almost everybody in the community. They were going to support it until I gave them a reason not to. The thing was me, I had a head start because I already had the love. And then when they actually seen I was doing something worth loving, they jumped behind it. Those businesses, hey, man, go ahead, throw my logo on there for you, man. I support it. So then when I post it, now they want to, okay, y'all see us on here too. Yeah, watch this. Or the people, hey, man, I like what you're doing, man. When your next film? And I come up there, hey, they know people I don't know. So then I put them on there. They start sharing it to their people. And now all those people, I don't even know who he is, but I like him. Hey, can I get on there too? People are coming from all over the state, man. I got people who come from Valdosta, Atlanta, Augusta, that come sitting on the podcast, man. So that's opening me up to new places I didn't think we'd get to yet. Like I'm all over right now, and people literally driving to come see me, man. Like that's love. When it's genuine, they'll come get it.
One thing that people don't realize too is that when people look at other people's support bases or whatnot, that matters. You can't niggas think being a rapper you're just gonna get fans, when it's like a lot of these guys you see with fan bases were in their community actively. Like I know a lot of niggas who rap out here in Savannah, but a lot of these niggas was doing food drives. A lot of these niggas was doing community efforts, poetry slams for kids. So when they do music, yeah, they're gonna get support from their neighborhood. They actually put shit in their neighborhood.
That's a fact. Even now, man, it's like I joke about it because I honestly don't care because that's the goal. But a lot of people made more money than me off this podcast already, and that was the goal. So some people be like, "Oh man, that's not fair." That's the goal. How you gonna get mad at people making money when you put them in a position or you try to put them in a position to make money? Like, how you gonna get mad now?
So you can get paid.
Yeah, that's what it is. And now, even now, when I'm getting hit with a couple of offers, man, my number one goal is to leverage that into something else for them. Like, yo, I'm cool. I don't really need the money like that. Don't get me wrong. Everybody likes money. But if we're going to choose between a couple of dollars, that I'll probably just blow on some shoes or something like that. Because it's not anything like podcast is doing good, but ain't nobody hitting us with no crazy deals or anything like that.
Right.
So it's literally just like shoe money. So yeah, I got enough pair of shoes. Matter of fact, keep that little, couple of dollars you can offer me. Do you got maybe an opportunity I could extend to somebody else that would be more effective for them than just a couple of dollars to me? So even then, now that people are already making money, I'm turning down a couple of dollars to hopefully make something else for other people. And that's again why people continue to support, because people are aware of it now, man. He could have been making money, man. Instead, he reaching back, giving y'all this or the few dollars I do get. I spend it like, yo, all right, well, if I got to take these couple of dollars, hey, you can check it. It's a fact. Check my Facebook right now. Hey, go shop with so-and-so. Nothing's required. Just go shop with them. Go shop local. I got $50 for whoever get there first. $30 for whoever get there first. I'm spending the money they gave me. I could have just pocketed that. Still finding another way. Hey, y'all keep that, man. That's for y'all. I don't need that. Y'all got me this money. Had y'all not supported me, I understand. I'm very aware. That's why I stress to other people when they come off kind of assholes, and I understand that. Please be aware of who you are so nobody else can make you aware of who you are. Because that's when you get offended. If you understand, bro, you're not that big right now. I'm not saying you won't be one day, but you ain't that big, bro. So, hey, the reason you got where you at is because these people supporting you, man. Don't then turn around when you get a little bit of shine and act like you the man and they didn't help you. Like, return that, because you still got bigger goals. And you know who you need help to get those bigger goals? Them same people, man. Like, they helping you. They putting you on their shoulders. The minute you start acting like you just that guy and they decide to stop paying attention to you, guess where you at?
They're gonna remind you that they the reason they got you there.
Yeah, which is valid. But feed the wolves, basically, man. Because I think I said it.
Feed your niggas.
If you don't feed the wolves, eventually you gonna become the meal. And that's what people don't realize, man.
We talked about this before. We definitely spoke about that, man. I did want to ask, man, you made a brief foray into my world, if you will. you made a brief. I gotta say this before I ask. This nigga stepped into my plane of existence, got shit shaken, got lit, and left.
Hey, man, I always told people, though, I always made it clear I'm not a battle rapper. The GOAT battle rapper is out of Death Dealer, man. I say that every opportunity I get. I'm not a battle rapper. I'm not. But that's the thing. I never pretended to be one. I never made it seem like a long-term thing, and people still asking me, yo, when you coming back? I told y'all when I was doing it, man, I'm not.
But we talked about it. Like, you said everything you do, your people gonna fuck with it. So when you decided to come battle the first time, and you brought a nice amount of niggas to an event, yeah, bro, like, people want to see you again, man. It's just
that's just how it goes, man. But like, when I said I never do it again, be quiet, little girl. When I say I never do it again, I gotta correct that, because I'm big. You know me, I'm big on never say never. Because if an opportunity presents itself and it makes complete sense, I don't want to sound like, oh damn, well, you said you never doing it again, now you here. So I don't plan on doing it. But if something presented itself that I couldn't say no to, then maybe then we could do something. But till then, oh, we got a little angry baby. Hold on, be quiet.
Nah, she on her time.
Well, y'all know, man. Hey, a podcast, part-time podcaster, full-time daddy, man. Y'all know the vibes.
Listen, bro. This NerdRap Podcast. You know, every other episode, I gotta stop talking to my kids, whoop some ass, raise them.
Yeah. Hush, girl, go to sleep, man.
Oh.
You want to do none of this till the camera came on, man.
Bro, you ain't see it. You gonna see this on a playback, but she don't jump to the camera, pose, try to fix the afro.
Man, that's another future star, man. Every time she see the camera, she like, oh, it's video time.
She literally got behind. She was like this. She's like, Oh,
I didn't see all that, man. I was locked in, man.
I'm gonna send you this.
But
no, like
I always say. Oh yeah, but like with the battle rap, man. Like I said, I never planned to be here a long time. I always understood it wasn't my world, man. I did what I wanted to do, man. I got out the way, man. That's just kind of what it is as far as battle rap goes.
I'll tell you one thing though. A lot of battle rappers wasn't ready for you to be in here anyway, because like I always tell people, man, battle rap is like where lame niggas go to feel cool. And I don't mean to say that to disregard battle rappers who made success and got notoriety there, but a lot of niggas who go to battle rap are niggas who couldn't thrive and for whatever reason in the typical rap world.
That's a fact. Yeah. That's true, man. And that's why too, like that battle, I'm not gonna front. I like battle rap, but that battle rap energy was never for me because it's just too much. Like somebody be in your face, bro. You fire. I rock with you for real. Then they'll hop on camera, say something else, and be like, bro, I'm just selling a fight. Bro, we ain't got no battle book, bro. We got no reason to be talking to each other like that, bro. Like, I'm big, you know me, I'm big on keeping the same energy, man, especially maybe because, like I said, I was never a true battle rapper. I was never really entrenched in that energy. So, you know how we rock as a family. I take that a different way. Like, hey, my man.
Number one, I say this, bro. It's not battle rap, and it's not just you. Any nigga in this field who don't prosper is because of their mentality. Is not it a lot of the time. Because a lot of the nicest niggas just ain't hoes. That's
a fact. Like everybody know me, man. I never characterized myself to be like some super gangster or anything like that. But at the end of the day, I'm a grown man. It's just certain things you're not gonna do, bro. Like if we gotta fight, if we gotta shoot, if we gotta do whatever, I ain't on no gangster time, bro. But hey, wherever you want to take it, man, I'm more than happy to take it there. But I'm the person I would rather, in a perfect world, I'd rather talk about it with you. But if we can't talk, we definitely can fight. That's never been an issue. But,
nigga, hands in this family are not denied to anyone.
Yeah, my hands work, but I'm one of the first guys to say, man, hey, let's try and figure out a better solution, man. You know, that's the easy thing to do, man. And honestly, that takes less brain power, man. I would like to believe we're further along, as men, to just have to resort to that every time.
Niggas be smarter, bro. They just want to test their luck until they realize they ain't got none. Yo, let me try to see what I got with son. And so I do have a question on that front because you give a lot of positive energy. And it's good that, you don't really invite that energy onto yourself. But since the podcast has started, have there been any controversies in regard to people feeling slighted from the platform of any kind? Or from what you've told me, it's been really smooth.
Honestly, no, because of the fact nobody. If you ever been to a true pod, like you've been on a podcast, it was just me and you. You haven't been on a group one. It's not live. So I tell everybody all the time, speak freely, say what you want to say. Because on editing, if it looks bad, if it makes you look a certain type of way, I guarantee you it won't come out. Like I would guarantee if you go home and you realize you shouldn't have said that, hit my line. I usually take a few days after filming to edit it. You got time, hit my line, be like, hey, bro, hey, can you take that out? I've never done anything to somebody that they go back and realize, hey, man, why you did that to me? That hasn't happened. It's been times where nobody even asked me not to use it. Like, I know, hey, this make y'all look crazy and it give me crazy views. And I still tell people respectfully, I ain't gonna put this out because y'all didn't come here to be made, to look like that. So I haven't had that issue because, I've avoided a couple of times that most videos would have done. Not to say it's nothing wrong with that, because if you're in the business of making content and that's gonna get a lot of views and nobody technically told you not to, like you could argue, hey, y'all didn't, I ain't know it was the issue, man. You ain't tell me not to do it. But if you actually stay true to who you are and you're honest with yourself, hey man, that ain't how y'all want to be looked at. I'm not even gonna put that out. Even though y'all didn't tell me not to, I don't know how y'all think that looks, but I'm gonna tell you now, it don't look the way you probably think it does. So I haven't had that issue because I haven't set anybody up to look any type of way. Now, like always, I've had 70+ guests on my podcast already. I'm sure even as much safeguarding as I attempt to do, there wasn't 100% of people who left happy with it. Now, were they upset enough to voice it to me? No. So that's all I can go off of. And if there was somebody upset with it, I would hope that they would let me know, if for no other reason, that I can look out and try to make sure it don't happen again. Because again, I think I'm doing everything already to try to avoid that. So if I'm not, I would hope somebody makes me aware of that.
There's only so much you can do either. Because if someone want to be mad, they're gonna find a reason
Yeah.
to be angry anyway. It's one of those.
And that's why, like, I would hope they hit me up. If it's valid, it's valid. But if somebody just mad to be mad, that's different. But if somebody hit me with a legit, reason, and I'm like, yo, I can see that, then I would hope somebody does that for me so I can correct it. But
right.
Until somebody does it, then I have to assume everybody's been fine.
Okay, man. You know what I mean? All right, bro. That was pretty comprehensive, man. One more thing, man. Do gotta ask. I want to just ask your opinions on a couple things, man. I know you don't follow battle rap too much or whatever, but just to give you your insight, Briz, the whole Mook and Drake card thing, that's been a hot topic discussion. And he was supposed to be on the Drake card, and apparently his original opponent was supposed to be Briz Rothstein.
I heard that. Yeah, I've seen that recently because then it went to Easy. They said it was a disaster. My thing with Mook must have them rounds for Briz, and he must think they fire. Cause like I'm not gonna front Mook. Why do you want to battle Briz so bad? Why? Like them rounds have to be crazy, and that's probably why Mook don't want to take nobody else. He probably got paid for Briz, or at least he assumes for them rounds. He probably already done wrote, and he trying to get paid already for them rounds. That's good to go. So I understand it. I won't knock it. Like, yo, if you got them rounds ready and you think they fire, yeah, I want to battle them. But it's like, yo, like Mook, you are the A side in this. Why are you chasing Briz Rothstein, bro? Like, leave it alone. First off, he should only got one opportunity to battle you, bro. And if he said no, that was supposed to be his missed opportunity. You low key starting to chase him at this point. Like Mook, you low key have turned him to the A side.
Mook raised his stock without knowing it.
Yeah, like, bro, you got people looking at Briz like, Briz don't want to battle Mook. So that means if he turned down Mook,
like, oh man, he ain't no warrior, man. He ain't want to battle Easy. He making excuses. But I got other people saying, of course he's supposed to care for his brand. His brand is everything. He's Murder Mook. Getting smoked by Easy the Black Captain.
Yeah, I don't blame it. Like when you reach that level, man, you gotta take the risk, gotta equal the risk and reward, gotta make sense. So Mook, if you're not making anything like more than you could make for anybody else worth the risk, and they're gonna do the same thing for Easy, maybe you don't want to take it. He a hot dude right now. He hungry, looking to prove himself. He's definitely gonna care more about that battle than you do. That's a perfect formula to get your ass embarrassed. So I mean, I don't blame him for him. Like, people always talk about that warrior mentality. You say that until they're pulling like a DNA or a Charlie Clips and battling everybody, or JC, perfect example. He will battle you anywhere, anytime, for anything. Then y'all pick on him, talking about, man, he always being seen, man. He'll battle anybody. But then when somebody won't battle everybody, now you like, oh, man, he be in Hollywood, man. He's scared.
Respect the JCs and whatnot, but y'all watch their battles.
Y'all don't watch their battles, and most importantly, you don't pay.
Your sound went completely out, good sir.
Hold on. I was getting a phone call. My bad.
I
had to decline it. Yeah, but the thing with JC is, yeah, he doesn't make money. This is a business deal. Mook wants to make money. So no, he won't battle you, because if he keeps battling a bunch of easy to block captains, that eventually that price goes down. And next thing I know, I'm gonna be taking my third battle against Murder Mook because we can book him for $750 and a plane ticket. So no, he's not gonna do it. That's how it works, man. You got to keep your leverage. If you got leverage, you don't give it up unless either they pay you well over what your leverage should get you, or if it makes sense. And Mook didn't feel like he got the money worth taking the risk, and he didn't feel like it made sense based off of that. I blame nobody for that, man. If you got the leverage, don't give it up just because they want you to.
One of those two, like, first off, I don't know why we waiting for Mook to give us a good performance if he hasn't given us none yet, and he's been paid what he wanted all these times he battled.
That's a fact.
You're not checking for that man. So anyone who's getting mad that he not battling, y'all not a fan of that nigga anyway. I don't care that nigga battle. Truthfully. So I had to ask, man. I know I had to get another lyricist perspective, man. But before we go, man, I do want to tell people where can they check your music out? You know what I mean? The episode's going crazy. What else you got planned? Like,
oh yeah, man. You already know Something God Love still on all the streaming platforms. Something God Love 2 is sold out on Amazon still. Shout out, it's still sold out. Still 4 to 5 weeks, man. It dropped December of last year. And it's still, every time it comes back in stock, sells right back out. If you go on Amazon literally right now, Lrw3 Something God Loves 2, you probably still can't get it right now. If you can. Yeah, that's love, man. Most importantly, don't forget the music because I barely rap. So, you know, Talk to Me Nice podcast, Lrw3 on YouTube. If you're going to go somewhere, go support the podcast, man. That's what we going right now. That's what we leveraging right now. When the music happens, the music will happen. Until then, man, it's Talk to Me Nice. So
Talk to Me Nice, man.
Other than that, man, I mean, that's all I'm pushing right now. Support what supports you. Support all these local business. It's 40 businesses on every podcast episode. Whatever you need done, I guarantee I got a business or I know somebody who does it or who can do it. So before you start going to the big boys or the Fortune 500s, man, there might be somebody down the block, man. I can let you know who can do just as good of the job, man. So just something to think about, man, for those people out there listening.
Man, I appreciate that, man. And just to before I let you go, I'm extremely proud of the success that I've seen you accumulate in this time from just everything you've been doing, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I think a lot of time we wait to give our flowers to people when like they're in passing or like well after the fact. And I'm like, I always made it a point to like give you your flowers for like the hard work you put in because I watched you grind from then to now.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. People just that's the funny thing, man. Unless you know, people just think I popped up one day just enjoying life. Like, bro, no, we had those five jobs at a time. We was really putting in the work, man. Like I stress to everybody though, tough times don't last, tough people do. All we ever needed was an opportunity.
No, that's a fact. You took full advantage, my nigga. You made one. You want to be real. So, you know what I always say to you, man, is God gonna keep blessing you and everything you doing, my nigga. You gonna keep progressing and elevating fast. Just please keep it up. And you know, I'm supporting you 100%, man. You're always welcome here, bro. And
you know that's mandatory, man. You know it's always an honor to be on here, man. The OG podcast, man. I never call it anything else, man. This is the OG podcast, man. Like I tell everybody, like me and you talk about, mine might be the commercial one, you know, but yours is for the core ones, the core fans, the core value people, the real hustlers, the people really like down to the true elements of what we try to do. Like, yeah, mine is more flashy and you know, that's what people like. The visuals.
You in the trenches with me. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Like you ain't on, but you trying to get there, and I see you.
Yeah, like you take it really back to where it should be at, back to the true elements of doing it the right way, which is why I always support, man, which is why I watch. Like, hell, I legit probably watch your stuff more than I watch mine. If we just being real.
Probably vice versa if you want to be real, bro. Like you started getting visuals, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Like my audio shit work because I be on the move. But yeah, well, I'm definitely sitting in the crib, bro. Like an hour-long episode is gonna do me a bit more justice. I'm keeping the band with
you. Like I always liked yours because of the fact I'm always moving around, especially like you know my job, how I be moving around. I be in the car a long time. I don't be trying to look for a bunch of random songs to listen to because I don't like the radio. So I gotta actually find a song every time. But for me, an hour and a half long podcast, that works for me. I just press one video and I can just watch it the whole time. I ain't gotta try and find new songs. I ain't gotta try to like keep searching or thinking for different things. Yo, just hit play. Listen to the podcast, listen to them talk, especially if they know what they're talking about. Because I'm always big on trying to learn things. So especially if somebody's giving some game, I sit down and listen to it.
That's the beauty of a podcast. That's why the same thing I mean, you know, mine's audio mainly, but that's the main thing I did. Is like, man, what if you're driving in the whip and you just want to hear a good combo? Like, or you want to hear some good content while you're driving. But music's distracting. So maybe you just want to hear a conversation you can fuck with.
That's a fact.
So But shit, I ain't gonna hold you, man. No, we gonna probably get your little one to sleep. I'm trying to go see my damn. So I'm tired as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna.
She done fall. I try to walk downstairs and she done follow me down here.
You know what time it is, bro. She ain't going to sleep no time.
We already know what time it is.
Nah, I'm definitely try to, we always gonna try to get you on another episode, probably get a few other people going forward. But hey man, I salute you making time for me, man.
Man, ain't no such thing as making time, man. The time is yours, man. You already know.
Nah, my nigga. Shit, man. Let me I'm about to stop recording, bro. But I'm probably holler at you in a little bit, G.
All right.
Okay, let's stop recording. No, I didn't.